Welcome to Studio 5, second day of New Year's resolutions, if you have them.
Yeah, if you're doing them. You know, yesterday, Melanie Douglas, we heard a little sound bite from her saying, every day, do just one thing. One thing. You don't have to tackle it all, and that can help you to your good health. What are you going to do today?
Yeah, her point, one thing that contributes to good health, to do one thing. My thing today, I already took my vitamin.
Did you?
Does that count?
That does. That's one thing, so you're partway there.
What about you?
I am going to try to go to sleep earlier tonight.
Good goal.
I always feel like I'm a little sleep deprived, and I'm not the only one. We've done some digging into this topic, found out that 70% of all of us get less than that 8 hours of sleep every night.
That's a lot of non-sleepers out there, or at least not enough sleep going on. It's even more dramatic for women. 1 in 3 suffer with insomnia every single night. 1 in 3.
Yeah, and those are actually huge numbers. A lot of us really feel sleepy a lot. So I took this little quiz online. I'm going to quiz you on this, okay?
Okay.
This actually determines how sleep deprived you are, okay? you can answer 0, 1, 2, or 3. 0 is you would never fall asleep in this situation. Just different situations you might encounter. 1, maybe 2, moderate chance. 3, there's a good chance that you might fall asleep.
Might fall asleep in the situation you're going to give me. Okay.
During this, ready? Okay, so you are in a public place. Okay, excuse me. Sitting and reading. You're just going to be reading a book. 0, 1, 2, 3.
3.
You would actually have a good chance of falling asleep?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
You might be off the chart on this. Okay, sitting inactive in a public place, like you're going to a theater or a concert, something like that. Are you going to fall asleep there, maybe?
0. No.
Really?
In a public place with, like, people around me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. A passenger in a car for an hour without a break. Depends on who's driving, who's talking.
Yeah, no kidding. How's my conversation? I'll give it a 1.
Okay, and you're in a car while stopped for a few minutes in traffic, okay? Traffic's there? Please tell me.
I think that's a 0.
Okay, good. Obviously, some of these are a little bit more extreme. I actually scored like a 6 on. There were 8 different circumstances.
Do you add up your score?
You add them all up. So you're actually...
So I'd be at a 5?
Yeah, and you haven't even taken all the chances. So you might be higher than I am, and I didn't realize on that. If you want to take the test, we'll tell you a little bit later how you can take it as well. But some of these things really are extreme. Some of these times people do fall asleep at a traffic light. They do fall asleep in a public place with people around.
That's when you know you are sleep deprived. And the bottom line is, we just ran through the numbers, we all need some help getting a better night's sleep. And as a result, we're going to be more healthy in doing so. So that's why we brought in Dr. Paul Tiemann, sleep physician with University Healthcare's Sleep Wake Center. Obviously, we need to do better. What do we need to do better?
Well, first of all, I think a lot of Americans are sleep deprived voluntarily, meaning that we are cutting out sleep because there are other things involved. We're just burning the candle on both ends.
So sleep is what we sacrifice when other things come into play. Okay.
You always hear that. Say, oh, if you want to exercise, just get up a half hour early. If you want to, read more, just get up 15 minutes early, and then you lose out your sleep, don't you?
And, everyone's doing the New Year's resolutions right now, and I think people often forget, they think about exercise and diet, but sleep should be the third part of that. I think... And then there are some people out there who want to get more sleep but can't, and that's called insomnia.
Let's talk through what we can do. You say actually preparing to get more sleep starts long before your head hits the pillow, right?
You want to make sure that you have a routine before you go to bed. You want to make sure that the body is in a rhythm of preparing to go to bed. So you want to make sure that everything in the afternoon is relaxing, like when you get home from work. You want to make sure you're not doing more work at night. One of the other things is light. Light is one of the main factors that determines what is called our circadian rhythm. And that is the timing of our awake and sleep. And before the invention of the light bulb, people slept more.
Imagine that.
And so now
darn that light bulb.
Now that we have electricity and artificial light, we're getting that extra light at night, and that light goes into the eyes and goes into this area deep in the brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. And that kind of tells the brain it's time to be awake. So you want to make sure that you're dimming the lights at night.
Okay, lights go out. Like an hour before you go to sleep, or how long?
A couple hours before bed.
And give me the scoop. What if like a small light, like a computer in a room, like a TV screen in a room, is that enough light to actually disturb things a little bit?
Well, really, if it's bright enough to, what I tell my patients, if it's bright enough to take a camera without a flash bulb, that's too bright.
But I gotta tell you, some nights when and I don't have many of these nights, when I'm struggling to sleep, even my cell phone, the light of my cell phone will kind of be that annoying reminder that there's things going on outside of my bedroom.
Well, it's not only the light, but it's that stimulation that you get from that activity. So if you have video, you really want to make sure the bedroom is conducive to sleep. I think the bedroom has become a place where you do everything but sleep. You got TVs, you got video games.
You got laundry, you got an ironing board, you got all sorts of stuff. That's,
what I tell my patients,
taking my personal bedroom there with all sorts of stuff going on.
The bedroom should be for two things: sleep and intimacy.
The end.
Yeah.
There you go. Get the laundry out of the bedroom, Darren.
I've been fighting for that for years, I tell you. But you mentioned some of the ritual. We saw some people there, like going for a walk and having a little cup of tea and relaxing. If you get in that habit, does that program the body to it's time to sleep now?
That's right. You want to make sure you have something set up that's relaxing. That's different for everybody. Exercise might be part of it. You don't want to exercise too late into the evening, but you want to be able to have something relaxing, something that gets your mind into the rhythm of this is time for sleep.
For me,
and
it's bubble bath. That's when I think my mind triggers that, okay, things are slowing down. So something like that, some activity that will wind your brain down.
Some people might wonder about little aids, little helps, little things that might help you actually fall asleep. So we've brought together some of these. We wanted you to give us the rundown on this. We'll tell you, we'll ask you some of these, and you tell us if it really works, if it's really going to help us fall asleep. So down here we have some aromatherapy, nice lavender candles or aromas and stuff. Does this stuff work?
Well, I don't think it's scientifically proven, but you know, if it makes the bedroom or the evening more relaxing and comfortable, I think that's something that you could try.
Okay, so an option maybe for some people, but again, not necessarily the scents themselves, just making the bedroom more calming is going to be the benefit.
You want it to be a calming, relaxing time.
Okay, what about this, the sounds? We always see CDs with whales, or, you know what I mean, birds.
Like that's going to help you fall asleep.
Well, that won't. That's a nightmare right there. But do those work, the sounds?
Well, for some people it might. It might be one of those things that helps them relax and kind of calm their mind down. And because a lot of times in the evening, for a lot of people, it is the opposite. It's like there's no other distraction. They get it, like they might even be tired before they get into bed.
Yeah.
They might be even falling asleep on their couch, and as soon as they get into the bed, it's like a light bulb turns on in their head, and they're thinking about the things that they need to get done, or the things they haven't got done.
Yeah.
Because there's no other distractions. Anything that can distract your mind and relax you, I think is going to be helpful.
So this actually could work for some people.
For some people.
The next one, we hear about these breathe right strips, especially for people who might have problems snoring or have sleep apnea. They go in your nose, open up your nasal passage. Does that work, or is that a gimmick?
Well, for mild forms of sleep apnea and snoring, anything to open up the nasal airflow can be helpful. So breathe right strips actually, and for some people, can be helpful.
Okay, we're kind of going along the lines of good, better, best. You say the best cure is just the light containment in your room.
Right. Light, as I mentioned, is one of the main things that is alerting. It kind of tells the brain it's time to be awake. And so you want to make sure the bedroom is dark and conducive for sleep, and you can use these curtains that make the bedroom dark, or if you can't have curtains, you can use these night shades that kind of
I know, I kind of laughed when I saw those. I thought, who wears those? Hollywood moms? But really, they could help kind of darken up your brain.
Now, I would think they would actually be a distraction. You got something taped to your eyes, and it's keeping you awake. But some people actually make it.
They're comfy. They're soft.
Yeah,
all right.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like.
It's like a little pillow for your eyes. Okay, well, great solutions. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And of course, the Sleep Wake Center, always a good resource if people are. You mentioned insomnia. That's a big problem for a lot of people.
It's the most common sleep disorder. Everyone's had a night where they couldn't sleep. For some people, it's chronic, where it's lasting more than 4 weeks. It's starting to affect their function at work and their interactions with people. And that's when I think you should get an evaluation and some help.
If it's just a one-night thing, don't worry about it too much. Your body might reset itself. But if it lasts for a month, then that's when you get a hold of the Sleep Wake Center. To schedule a sleep evaluation or to request more information on insomnia or some other sleep disorders, you can contact University Healthcare's Sleep Wake Center, 801-581-3067, or you can go to their website, and on the website is also where you can find, that way you can test yourself, see how sleep deprived you really might be.
Exactly. The complete quiz is there, and we'll link you there from our website, studio5.ksl.com. Doctor, thanks so much for stopping in. Okay, coming up on Studio 5, how to get long